India Today interview explodes. Maran's attack on Annamalai burns. Joker comment, furious flashpoint.
Is he the rising star? Who's that? Annamalai, BJP President, Coimbatore.
The Joker. You're talking about the Joker.
Prime Minister Modi invokes our interview.
डीएम के नेता ने अहंकार में कहा, कौन है वो? अन्नामलाई? Who is that? Who is that?
Poll coverage that sets the agenda. BJP all guns blazing now at DMK.
Annamalai, that joker, who are you talking about? That joker, that lame duck. The words of Dayanidhi Maran, the Chennai MP of the ruling DMK in Tamil Nadu. Could those words of arrogance and contempt come back to bite the DMK? Or is the game finally becoming even more interesting in Tamil Nadu? On Newstrack, we once again show you how it is an India Today political interview that has set the agenda and headlined a rally by no less than the Prime Minister himself. Thanks as always for being with me. I'm Shiv. Let's get you straight to the headlines at 8. Kachativu Island continues to be a huge political flashpoint in the state of war, Tamil Nadu. Prime Minister Modi taunts the Congress again. Digvijay Singh defends Nehru's move, says no one lives on the island anyway. Delhi Minister Rajkumar Anand quits, says the Aam Aadmi Party is embroiled in corruption. AAP Netas claim Rajkumar will join the BJP. Double whammy for the Bengal government. Calcutta High Court directs probe into NIA attack in Bengal. Also orders court-monitored CBI probe in the Sandesh Khali case. Big debate coming up at 8:30. Musk and Modi to meet this month. Elon Musk likely to announce $3 billion investment for electric vehicles in India. Apple doubles production in India, belying expectations of all critics and experts. iPhone output hits $14 billion from India in 2024. About 1 in 7 of Apple's marquee devices are now assembled right here in India. Nine days from now, Tamil Nadu will vote in the general election. As polling day draws closer, the state of this election war is escalating. It's gone nuclear, in fact, today. And it is an India Today exclusive that provided all the gunpowder and ammunition. An interview given by DMK's Dayanidhi Maran, who's been speaking to all journalists, but an interview given to India Today, where he called the BJP's Tamil Nadu chief Annamalai a joker, has become a big flashpoint. The Prime Minister invoked a comment from that interview, and it's become the biggest flashpoint now in poll-bound Tamil Nadu. Take a look.
डीएम के नेता ने अहंकार में कहा, कौन है वो? अन्नामलाई? Who is that? Who is that? और अपमानजनक शब्दों का इस्तेमाल किया.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's no-holds-barred attack on DMK in Tamil Nadu. Seizing on India Today exclusive news break. Modi hit out at DMK over Dayanidhi Maran's joker and lame duck jibes at BJP's Annamalai, calling it arrogance and insult.
जब डीएमके के एक बड़े नेता ने हमारे युवा नेता अन्नामलाई जी के बारे में पूछा गया, तो डीएमके नेता ने अहंकार में कहा, कौन है वो? अन्नामलाई? Who is that? और अपमानजनक शब्दों का इस्तेमाल किया. यह अहंकार तमिलनाडु के महान कल्चर के खिलाफ है.
It was on Tuesday when India Today spoke to DMK's Central Chennai candidate Dayanidhi Maran, where he made a cheeky comment against BJP Coimbatore candidate and its Tamil Nadu state unit chief Annamalai, calling him a joker.
There is one fear some say of Annamalai, the rising star of the BJP. Is he the rising star?
Who's that?
Annamalai,
Who's
BJP
that?
president,
Oh.
Coimbatore.
The Joker. You're talking about the Joker.
Are you underestimating? Are you underestimating?
Are you overestimating? He's a lame duck.
In a no-holds-barred attack, Prime Minister Modi slammed DMK and Congress for ruining Tamil Nadu via dynasty politics.
डीएमके और कांग्रेस जैसी फैमिली पार्टियों का एक ही एजेंडा रहता है, किसी भी तरह झूठ बोलकर सरकार में बने रहो।
Prime Minister Modi even trained guns in the ruling DMK for anti-Sanatan remarks by Dayanidhi Stalin and A. Raja.
अयोध्या में राम मंदिर का भव्य निर्माण होता है, ये लोग उसका भी विरोध करते हैं। मैं तमिलनाडु में भगवान राम से जुड़े स्थानों पर आता हूं, इन्हें उससे भी तकलीफ होती है। ये लोग तो सनातन धर्म को समाप्त करने की धमकी दे रहे हैं।
Prime Minister Modi, in a massive attack, claimed nexus of the DMK and drug smugglers in the state.
डीएमके ने तमिलनाडु और देश के भविष्य, हमारे छोटे छोटे बच्चों को नहीं छोड़ा है। स्कूल तक ड्रग्स कारोबार का शिकार हो गए हैं। इन ड्रग्स माफियाओं को किसका संरक्षण हासिल है?
He rained fire on the Congress and DMK for ceding Kachetivu Island to Sri Lanka.
सरकारी दस्तावेजों से ये बात खुली कि कैसे कांग्रेस और डीएमके ने मिलकर तमिलनाडु का एक हिस्सा दूसरे देश को दे दिया। भारत की संप्रभुता से हुए इस खिलवाड़ की कीमत हमारे गरीब मछुआरे चुकाते रहे हैं।
Congress, however, defended ceding the island, calling it uninhabited.
वहां के उस द्वीप पे कोई रहता है क्या? मैं पूछना चाहता हूं।
Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Stalin hit back at Modi, calling him a migratory pole bird.
பிரதமர் மோடியால இப்படி பட்டியல் போட முடியுமா? தேர்தல் சீசனுக்கு மட்டும் பிரதமர் வர்ற தமிழ்நாடு என்ன பறவைகளுடைய சரணாலயமா? தமிழர்கள் மேல் மட்டும் அவருக்கு ஏன் இத்தனை வன்மம்? தமிழர்கள் இந்த நாட்டோட குடிமக்கள் இல்லையா? நாங்கள் என்ன இரண்டாந்தர குடிமக்களா? ஏன் இந்த ஓரவஞ்சனை? எப்படி உங்களால ஓட்டு கேட்க வர முடியுது?
With fiery poll rallies and massive Modi blitz, can BJP breach Tamil Nadu front? Bureau Report, India Today.
And that flashpoint is clearly not anywhere close to getting over. This India Today news break, that interview that has triggered this big BJP-DMK war, has escalated even further over the Maran versus Annamalai Joker jibe. Annamalai has now hit out. The BJP state chief in Tamil Nadu has responded. He says Dayanidhi Maran is nothing without his surname. Annamalai says if you remove this word Maran from there, he will not even get a job as anybody at any place. He's totally useless without his family's surname. But unfortunately, when they know they are losing, the DMK will always take recourse to abuse and film. Annamalai says that the Joker barb that Dayanidhi Maran has used in that India Today interview to Rajdeep is a badge of honor, because all of us are self-made people from the ground by virtue of hard work. The DMK has a history of abuse, says Annamalai.
One of the ugliest political parties in our country is DMK. Because DMK party is founded on the language of filth. And if you look at DMK's history, their abuse of women, their intolerance for any newcomer, DMK stands for abuse at its worst. And this is coming from a person, Dayanidhi Maran. If you remove his word Maran from there, he will not even get a job as anybody in any place. He is totally useless without his family surname. But unfortunately, when they know they are losing, DMK will always take recourse to abuse and filth.
Could Dayanidhi Maran's comment be something of a game changer? Could it change something on the ground? Could it amplify the effect that the BJP is hoping it will be ahead of elections just 9 days from now in Tamil Nadu? Let's go across and see what experts think. Remember, the BJP is fighting an ambitious uphill battle to make a mark. Forget about winning or losing. It's about making a mark, making some kind of a dent in Tamil Nadu, whether it is in vote share or a small couple of seats. Who knows? We'll only know on June the 4th. But today's comment by Dayanidhi Maran has set the agenda. He's given many interviews, but the interview to India today is what the Prime Minister invoked, and now it has blown up into a full crossfire between the BJP and the DMK. Welcoming on to the Newstrack, Rajat Sethi, political commentator and analyst. Narayanan Tirupati is State Vice President of the BJP in Tamil Nadu. C. Rajshekharan is advocate and founder of Voice of Tamil Nadu, and T.S. Sudhir is our resident political analyst. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you, all of you, for being with me. Sudhir, quickly coming to you first on this. You know, we've seen how words of contempt and arrogance in the past, not very distant past, have had a strategic kind of political effect, far beyond just the cheekiness of the moment. We've seen it. We've seen how well the BJP has milked that kind of thing in the past. Of course, Tamil Nadu is a very, very different kettle of fish. The political dynamics of Tamil Nadu are not comparable with other places where the BJP has found benefit from taking contemptuous comments and converting them into political capital. But what do you think about this comment? Will it have some kind of effect? Can the BJP, really milk it this election?
Well, will this be the Manishankar Iyer moment for the DMK? Well, I don't think so, given the kind of image that Annamalai has projected for himself in the run-up to 2024. Now, he's known as the Singham officer. Now, for a Singham officer to play victim in this way, I'm not very sure whether it will really find traction with a large section of the population, especially his admirers, who see him as someone to emulate, as someone who is a very fiery, courageous, dares to take on his detractors in that way. So for him to continuously say that, oh, they called me by this name, may not really work. And in the ecosystem of Tamil Nadu politics, we have seen that name calling is pretty much par for the course. We have been seeing DMK referring to him as an Adu, which refers to a goat. We had senior leaders of the DMK saying that on the 4th of June, we will have mutton biryani, again a jibe at Annamalai. Annamalai himself used not very parliamentary, not very nice language for Kamal Hassan just the other day, saying that he needs to get his brain checked. So in that sense, in the heat and dust of these elections, this has been the kind of language which is rather unfortunate. But whether this will really find, this will be the issue on which the voters will vote, be it in Chennai or in other parts of Tamil Nadu, including Coimbatore, I'm not so sure.
Mr. Rajshekharan, good to see you back on the show. What did you think about this remark? Sudhir is right when he says that name calling is not such an unusual thing on the political battlefield of Tamil Nadu. Annamalai himself, in reaction to this comment, has been quite combative and said that Maran is nothing without his surname, DMK is full of filth, etc., etc. He can't play victim, but the Prime Minister has projected this as an unacceptable attack on an IPS officer, righteous citizen of Tamil Nadu. What do you think?
Shiv, I totally agree with T.S. Sudhir. And this name-calling political strategy, I would call, was created or was invented by BJP. First, they called Rahul Gandhi a Papu. And they made it viral all over and made him Papu, which he is not also.
Both sides have done it.
Proved to be... No, I'll tell you. And again, coming to Tamil Nadu, Annamalai, who was an SP rank officer, resigned and came and joined BJP. He was made the president. All fine. That is their internal party matter. But here, fact of the matter is, Annamalai has called the press media people all 100 rupees, 200 rupees walas, 500 rupee wala. You take 1,000 rupees and you come and ask questions. He has made humpty number of name calling towards press people, senior journalists, politicians, not only DMK. Whoever disagrees with his point, he would say he is an unfit fellow. For example, T.H. Sudhir rightly pointed out, he made Kamala Hassan, a couple of days back, he called Kamala Hassan to go to a mental asylum. He should be treated for. So he made some very nasty comment against Kamala Hassan. Of course, I have not crossed the Lakshman Rekha of even talking against somebody, because I'm always spoken against with the limits. That is the basic decency we maintain in the political discourse of Tamil Nadu or anywhere in the country. But here, this kind of language was invented, was manufactured, was spread only by BJP.
But you're saying, okay, I get what you're saying, but you're saying that this is also par for the course in Tamil Nadu. Mr. Tirupati, before I go to Rajat, Mr. Tirupati, you want to quickly reply to Rajshekharan. He's saying, who is the BJP to try and play victim over its state president being called Joker? You have abused all people, including Annamalai has abused people.
No. See, nobody plays any victim role here. As Mr. Sudhir said, it is the practice of DMK and it is the tradition of DMK to abuse filthily the opposition parties.
Sudhir said it's the par for the course in politics, not DMK. Par for the course in politics.
I am telling you, it is the DMK which has been accusing filthily, personally, against all their opposition, right from Mr. Kamarajar. They called him a black crow. Okay, crow. So they called him a black crow and they called him so many words, so many filthy words. And also they called the MJR as a Malayali. So calling personally their opposition is not new. Whoever they feel that they are very strong, they are going to oppose them and there will be a challenge, then the DMK will go on attack personally. I am telling you, that is the reason Mr. Annamalai has been abused filthily, because they are afraid of Mr. Annamalai, because he has exposed the DMK in the last 2-3 years. But see, I cannot keep quiet when they abuse my president. Okay, so these people are villains. So the villains will call, the honest and straightforward people as jokers. So Dayanidhi Maran is known for his abusing filthily. In fact, he called, he had asked in front of Secretariat before an year and a half that whether they are untouchable. That is the same word he used. So we are not bothered about how he calls us, but they should understand that this arrogance will come to an end because of Annamalai.
So this arrogant, let me bring Rajat in on this. Rajat, what do you think about this comment? Because, it's gone beyond just a small little soundbite, that was in the early hours of the day kind of going viral on social media, and then finally it exploded from the dais where the Prime Minister was actually speaking. So the BJP obviously wants to make a big deal of it, because we've seen in the past how, arrogance and this kind of contempt, against individuals has benefited the BJP. Tamil Nadu, as you've heard from the experts here, is a slightly different from everywhere else. What do you think? Do you think it'll have some traction?
Well, if I were to wear my strategic hat here, Shiv, in my opinion, what has happened in the past 20 odd days in Tamil Nadu is that it was increasingly becoming some sort of a triangular contest. And if BJP were to, really go out and win a few seats, they would want to pitch the battle against DMK much more aggressively, pit it against the DMK, BJP, make it increasingly a DMK-BJP war. And it's only then that they would be able to relegate ADMK, which is a sharp rising force. Suddenly we are seeing them gathering a lot of crowds and, doing bigger meetings.
Yes.
In my sense, BJP would want that, and even DMK would want to attack BJP more, so that the BJP strengthens further and there's further split of opposition vote. So I think, there is some kind of a calculus that you will increasingly see from behind the curtains. DMK would want BJP to be stronger because that eats into opposition vote, and BJP would want certainly to be seen as the biggest enemy of DMK and the Dravidian votes out there, and be that sort of only sole entity where people can seek refuge. So it works well. But looking at the arrogant remark of Dayanidhi Maran, he is, even in 2019, it was India Today's platform where he said the same words against Kamal Hassan. He said, who is Kamal Hassan? What does he know about politics? He's a stooge of Amit Shah. derogatory. And look at in 2024, he in his constituency, the only person coming and campaigning for him is Kamal Hassan. So this guy doesn't have basic shame, basic public etiquettes to respect somebody. Who knows, tomorrow he might quit DMK and come into any other party. He'll have to eat his own words. That's the whole problem. Having a demeanor in public life is very important. You cannot mock a person who has captured the imagination of not just the media, but the entire country. Tamil Nadu was somewhat disconnected with the mainstream country, and it was Annamalai who is acting as a bridge in that. You just cannot simply say that who is Annamalai and have a condescending attitude towards that. That clearly reeks of arrogance, and this is the symptomatic malice that the entire DMK is suffering from. And this is, Shiva, I'm repeating that people, the results might not showcase. The anger of people against DMK is sky high. If the assembly elections were to happen in 2024, this whole party, the entire machinery would have fallen apart. But just that they still have 2 more years to course correct. I don't know if they will be able to do that or not.
This is a very...
But right now, this is coming because of that frustration.
Very interesting perspective. Sudhir, you want to add to that? Especially the interesting part. See, we live in a kind of political milieu where intemperate remarks and abusive comments are, not that surprising. And quite frankly, joker compared to many of the other far less parliamentary things we've heard is rather tame. But the arrogance and the entitlement and the smugness and the and the kind of just the sense of entitlement in the comment made by Dayanidhi Maran is a different matter altogether. But this whole calculus of MK Stalin wanting to divide the opposition further by perhaps giving an inordinate amount of importance to the BJP through sort of strategic attacks of this kind, that could also be part of it, Sudhir.
I'm not sure whether there was too much of strategy in the manner in which Dayanidhi Maran reacted to Rajdeep in that interview. I think the whole purpose was to somehow try and mock Annamalai. And that is something which the DMK has been doing. In fact, TRB Raja, who is the state industries minister, when asked to comment on something which the BJP had said, he said, I don't reply to children parties, essentially saying that they are loose change, all and sundry parties. I will not react. I will react only to the AIDMK, which is the main opposition party. So I'm in slight disagreement with what Rajat said. I think the DMK is trying to make it a bipolar contest between DMK and the AIDMK, because under no circumstances it wants the BJP or the larger NDA to occupy the second position in many of the Lok Sabha constituencies. Because that would mean that they are in the reckoning as far as 2026 is also concerned. So the two Dravidian parties would really like the first and second position, the winner and the runners-up position to be shared between them, and the BJP to be relegated to the third place in as many constituencies as possible. So the idea is either to mock them, the idea is either to ignore them, so that the race is between the AIDMK and the DMK.
Okay. Rajat, you want to quickly add to that before I go to Mr. Rajshekharan?
No, I mean, that's also a fair assessment. I just feel that, seat after seat, what I'm looking at is that with ADMK's rise, DMK, if it gets pitted against ADMK, DMK doesn't stand a chance. And I'm seeing that repeatedly in seats where there is more of a bipolar contest. ADMK seems to be doing better than DMK. Wherever there is a triangular contest, DMK is acing past, the two.
Yeah.
And this is like a general theme that I'm capturing. At the end, what is constant is DMK's vote share, which was 50% in 2019, is coming down by 15% down to 35-36%. That's the assessment that is happening. And, it's a fast depleting base. Remember, Tamil Nadu is not a normal state like any other state where public voting pattern remains static throughout. It changes very, very quickly. And, even a week's time is a long time in the politics within the state of Tamil Nadu. That is why you see every 5 years, you cannot claim that this is my base. These are my base seats, because it can swing one way or the other in a whiff of a few days.
Okay,
this is why everybody is very cautious.
Okay, I'm almost out of time. I want to get final comments from C. Rajshekharan and Narayan Tirupati. Mr. Rajshekharan, first to you. Sentiments constantly change. The DMK wants to mock Annamalai and minimize him as much as possible. But this arrogance will come back. To bring some accountability on the DMK, including possibly in this election. Do you agree with that?
As far as my political knowledge in the last 3 decades. I'm in politics as a politician and a lawyer from Tamil Nadu. I have not seen an arrogant person like this ex-policeman Annamalai. Honestly speaking, I have nothing personal against him. He is the most arrogant politician in the making. He was helicoptered. He was pampered by BJP by giving him Z security, throwing him funds. Every month he was sponsored some huge lakhs and lakhs into his account. He has been pumped in with all kinds of names and heroic versions.
But he's energized the BJP in Tamil Nadu. That has to account for something, Mr. Rajshekharan. The BJP is nowhere in Tamil Nadu. At least Annamalai has energized.
Give me a second. No, give me a second. No, give me a second. See, he might have energized the right wing and the BJP members, which is 3-4%, maybe 8-9% also. I don't.
You're being very dismissive in a state where sentiments change often.
I'm honest. Let me make. I'll make the statistics.
I'll give you the last word, Mr. Tirupati. Let him finish.
See, the vote share DMK%. The Muslims, Christians, Dalits, everything put together. So 45 to 50% is in favor of DMK as on date. That's how arithmetics works.
No, but this argument is not about arithmetic, sir. That's the point I'm making. This argument is about.
Please.
Yeah,
please allow me.
20 seconds.
Please allow me.
20 seconds.
All this pampering and blowing out of proportion, saying that he is our Neta, all this is fine. Yes, they are promoting. They are trying to make a mountain out of a molehill.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
No issues. But
last minute. I'll give the last minute to Mr. Tirupati. Yes, sir. You have a lot to respond to, but try and capture that in 1 minute.
Shiv.
Yes.
Shiv, I don't want to, answer for Mr. Rajshekar because he is always personal against Mr. Annamalai right from the day one. We can see his tweets. So I don't want to, I ignore whatever he said.
Everyone is being personal today, sir.
No,
okay, anyway.
I'm not personal. I'm not personal.
Joking.
Rajshekar is my good friend, but he has been abusing Annamalai personally. So I don't want to comment on
it. Oh, my God.
Yeah, you have been. Okay, as far as Mr. Sudhir had said, I think Mr. Sudhir is wrong by stating that the DMK is trying to, take ADMK as a position because even today, you can see Mr. Stalin has opposed, very hard against the BJP. And as the other panelists said, definitely the DMK is afraid of the the BJP and Mr. Annamalai, a young, very beautiful, energetic leader. He has created waves in Tamil Nadu, and he has opposed the DMK tooth and nail. He has exposed the DMK for the last 2 years, and definitely people of Tamil Nadu is with Mr. Annamalai and BJP. We will see. It will be a
9 days to go. See, the good news, gentlemen, there's only 9 days to go. As I always say, as we count down closer to the election, all these discussions will become less and less relevant because ultimately we hand over to the voters and then we see what really happens. So we'll have to see how it happens, and I can promise you that all the people you see on your screen right now are going to be with us on this journey towards the elections because Tamil Nadu is absolutely exciting and we will continue to track it. Thank you very much, Rajat Sethi, Narayan Tirupati, T.S. Sudhir. I'm out of time. I'm so sorry, but we will bring you back. We will continue this discussion on another day, and C. Rajshekharan as well. Thank you very much for being with me. The horrors of Sandesh Khali in Bengal are far from over, but accountability has finally been imposed on the Mamata Banerjee government in West Bengal. The government that refused, first of all, to address the allegations of rape and torture by scores of women in this little village in Bashirhat district of Sandesh Khali. The showdown continues to simmer in West Bengal, despite the Mamata Banerjee government's leaders sitting in Delhi and crying foul about misuse of agencies, perhaps in an effort to cloud the embarrassment and ignominy of their complete lack of action over what happened in Sandesh Khali. Well, guess what? Now, the Calcutta High Court has ordered a CBI probe into the allegations of rape and land grab by the members and citizens of Sandesh Khali. Remember, the Mamata government had been opposing a CBI investigation. This comes as a huge setback to her and her government.
Two major setbacks for the Mamata Banerjee government in Calcutta High Court. The court on Wednesday ordered a CBI probe into charges of sexual assault and land grabbing made by villagers of Sandesh Khali against TMC leaders. The CBI probe will be monitored by the court.
अपनी याचिका डालते हुए कहा था कि संदेश खाली में इस तरह की घटनाएं घट रही हैं। उस पर कोर्ट ने उनकी जो चीजें देखी, उनकी जो शिकायतें देखी और कोर्ट को जरूर इस बात का यकीन हुआ कि इसमें एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन मिला हुआ है। तो उन तथ्यों को जानने के लिए ये जांच जो है वो सीबीआई को सौंप दी गई है।
The CBI is already investigating the attack on ED officials by alleged supporters of TMC strongman Shahjahan Sheikh on January 5th. Sheikh was arrested by the state police on Feb 29th after 55 days on the run. The police later handed over Sheikh to the CBI on court orders. Reacting to the High Court order for CBI probe, the TMC questioned the success rate of the central agency.
हाई कोर्ट का एक अनंत विश्वास है, इन्फिनिट बिलीफ इन सीबीआई है। देखे, लेकिन सीबीआई तो एक भी मामला सलटा नहीं सकता।
सारे केंद्रीय एजेंसीज एनआईए, ईडी, आईटी, सीबीआई ये बीजेपी के निशाने, बीजेपी के आदेश पे काम कर रहे हैं। वो चाहते हैं कि केंद्रीय जांच एजेंसीज का दुरुपयोग करके विपक्ष को दुर्बल करे, विपक्ष को निराश करे।
In another blow to Mamta, the High Court said that raids carried out by NIA on April 6th were lawful.
Wednesday has come with twin setbacks for Mamata government. The Calcutta High Court has ordered no arrest can be made against NIA officials now. It has also observed that the FIR level against NIA officials was based on misleading information.
Sonar Bangla ko.
Meanwhile, addressing a rally in Balurghat, Home Minister Amit Shah lashed out at the Mamta government.
ममता दीदी एनआईए पर केस रजिस्टर कर बम ब्लास्ट करने वालों को बचाना चाहती है। संदेश खाली जैसी शर्मनाक घटना में भी अब पॉलिटिक्स कर रही हो। कुछ तुष्टीकरण कर वोट लेने के लिए संदेश खाली के गुनहगारों को लिए आप बचा रही हो, मगर पूरे बंगाल की माताएं बहनें ये देख रही है, जान गई है कि आप संदेश खाली के गुनहगारों के साथ।
The BJP has made Sandesh Khali one of its election issues in Bengal, where it wants to increase its tally. Will the TMC be able to counter the BJP narrative, and how remains the question. With Ritik Mundal, Bureau Report, India Today.
And joining me now to debate, Priyanka Tibrewal, spokesperson of the BJP in West Bengal, Jayanta Ghoshal, senior journalist, Tausif Ahmed Khan, advocate and political analyst, and Rajat Sethi, political commentator. He'll be joining us in just a moment from now. Priyanka, coming to you first. The BJP has been calling for a CBI probe, has been saying that the West Bengal government and police cannot be depended on to conduct an independent investigation into Sandesh Khali. So how much of a vindication is today's order by the Kolkata High Court to you?
Hi, very good evening, Shiv. If you go through the order, Shiv, which the Honorable Court has passed today, you will see on a number of places they have spoken about, to find out the facts, to ascertain what is the correct position, by which they meant that, these acquisitions and allegations were not just against the goons of the TMC, but since it was my petition, I have leveled number of charges against the ruling dispensation, their administration, which includes the police officials as well as the land BLRO officers, the SDPO officers. So if they have to investigate, how will they investigate cases which are against them? So there has to be an independent investigation, and that's the reason I was only asking for, appointment of a committee, an independent committee, which should be consisting of a member from an HRC or something. But the court here, they have handed over the matter to CBI because they feel that CBI will be able to find out facts, as there are criminal evidences and cases which are involved and engulfed, including, the charges of women rape, women assault. Out of the 600 affidavits which I had filed, I just read one affidavit before the court, which was, of a gang rape, that they take the women to a TMC's office and they keep her there for 13 long days. And, a group of men rape her every day. And then she's asked not to file an FIR. And Police takes no FIR. Also goes to the police station.
How does Tausif, to bring you in now? How does anyone not see this as a big setback to the Bengal government? They've been first of all late in acknowledging what happened in Sandesh Khali, still under investigation. Now the Kolkata High Court, with scathing words, hands this investigation to the CBI. This makes the West Bengal government look doubly bad. It's a big setback.
The Sandesh Khali issue is a closed chapter. Government took all adequate actions, and the matter, according to the court's order, has gone to CBI.
52 days late. 52 days late. What closed chapter are you talking about?
As soon as the clarification from the High Court came regarding the on the arrest
that has been rebutted also. But anyway, please complete your point.
Then that's a closed chapter as so far the Bengal voters are concerned. But one chapter which still remains open is the killing of the 4 innocent men in Sitalkuchi, Kuch Bihar by the bullets of CRPF Jawan who had been given license.
But this is
to kill the
one second on this show. One second on this show.
It was today.
Tausif, you're mistaking Newstrack for a different show where we tolerate whataboutery and diversionary tactics. We don't. On India Today, if you notice a few hours ago and a couple of days ago, you would have noticed that we reported on that story. So we do not ignore such stories. We're talking about Sandesh Khali right now because you're saying it's a closed chapter, which is ridiculous. It's been transferred to the CBI. How is it a closed chapter?
Shiv, the reason I brought Sitalkuchi is because it was on today's date, 10th of
I get that.
2021.
I get that. I get what you're saying. I'm saying that the story has been reported by us.
Yes.
You're taking two different things.
No, there is complete silence. Pin drop silence by the Home Minister, by the CBI, by the Election Commission.
How does that change what's happening in Sandesh Khali?
NIA officer Dhanram Singh,
cannot
who has met
Tausif, it cannot be condoned.
Why there is no investigation?
Tausif,
can NIA officer Dhanram
it cannot be condoned. The silence of the BJP or anybody cannot be condoned on issues where you're talking about whataboutery. I am saying talk about Sandesh Khali. I am a journalist. I am asking you.
Forget
about the BJP.
I've already told you. On Sandesh Khali, all the arrests were made within time, except, as you are saying, that 50 days delays on the Sheikh Saja issue, which was also made after the High Court clarification. Now, the investigation is going on.
Priyanka, one second, let him finish.
The investigation is going on. I am asking, what action did BJP take or the Election Commission take on the specific name given by the Trinamool delegation that NIA officer Dhanram Singh met with Jitendra Tiwari, BJP leader, and handed some sort of a list. When will this be probed? Is there a nexus with the NIA?
Tausif, unfortunately, you don't intend to handle the topic at hand.
Is this allowed?
You think that by saying that it's a closed chapter for voters, you don't need to address the question that I'm asking you. But I'll come back to both of you in just a moment. Let me bring Jayantada also in on this. Jayantada, what do you think? Is Sandesh Khali a closed chapter as far as Bengal voters are concerned? For this to be handed to the CBI, that can go into its own loop as far as the tutu meme politics of BJP and Trinamool are concerned. But politically speaking, how do you see it, Jayantada?
No, you see, what Tausif is saying, that is the TMC's official position also.
Yeah.
That it's a closed chapter because TMC wants to close this chapter. But as a journalist, as a political analyst, after this High Court order especially, because High Court is not representing any political party.
Yeah.
When High Court has ordered CBI inquiry, it has become a new political tool of BJP also. And today Home Minister also has raised this issue. So that issue is not over. But, Shiv, I have some caveat also that Supreme Court has given an observation that there is a timeline for the investigation. And there should be some maintenance of privacy in every cases. If it is a political weapon and if after 2004 election, if there is no substantiate conclusion then the Bengal people also will be very sad and sorry because there will be no consequence if it is only a political battle. And today West Bengal has become a political battleground. And this Sandesh Khali is not only a woman issue or the atrocity issue. It has become a very major politics of polarization also.
Yes.
Because now Trinamool Congress, Mamata Banerjee is using the CAA also to consolidate the Muslim vote bank also, because Muslim are also very insecure, and the division of Muslim vote, if doesn't take place, that is disadvantage BJP in spite of everything. And so this Sandesh Khali has become a major Hindutva issue also. Today, I followed the speech of Home Minister that how 370, Kashmir, all the issues are linked with Sandesh Khali's corruption, Sandesh Khali's woman atrocity, all this. So it's a package campaign.
So it's not a... the very important point you're making, Jayantita, you're saying that it's not just an atrocities issue, it has all these different issues. The BJP has invested a whole amount of energy in this issue, independently, and also because there are elections coming. But Rajat, I want to bring you in on this. The official position of the Trinamool Congress, Rajat, I hope you can hear me, is that this is a closed chapter. And that, as far as voters are concerned, there's nothing more to it. But today it's been handed over to the CBI. What do you think? Is it a closed chapter?
Well, if wishes were horses, they would be riding it. They would wish that it is a closed chapter. It is not a closed chapter. This is the single biggest agenda, political agenda, which would serve as the nemesis for the TMC. I mean, Ma Mati Manush, Ma, if they ignore, can they go and conclude their political project? This is just not going to happen. My sense is, women had risen in favor of Mamata almost 10, 15 years back. The same women will rise against Mamata now. And the angst of people, common people, is just too severe for her to ignore. Deep down, she wouldn't be comfortable. She wouldn't be comfortable with a free pass that she has given to riot mongers in the state. Today, even NIA is insecure in the state of West Bengal. Can you imagine the state of affairs? I mean, NIA is our foremost agency which nabs international grade terrorists, and terrorists fear NIA, but NIA is attacked in West Bengal. That is the state of affairs. The people of West Bengal will have to understand every investment in either real estate or projects, setting up factories, everybody who is invested into the future of West Bengal would be shivering right now, scared of the future.
It's probably...
So my point is, this is a make or break battle for West Bengal. They need to find when is the right time when they have to close this chapter and move and find a more sane leadership which can drive the state into a positive direction. I think this is where the intelligentsia will have to get together and put a break to this.
Okay. Tausif, all of this happens.
Call it out.
What the Kolkata High Court has said today comes at a time when, a large chunk of the Trinamool leadership is sitting in Delhi holding dharnas, being dragged away by the police, being very combative about misuse of agencies, etc. Today's ruling by the High Court in Kolkata makes the government, puts the spotlight very much back on, on dereliction of duty by the West Bengal government.
No,
ultimately, it's a perception battle also. Apart from the investigation itself, and Jayantita raised an important issue about whether this will finally lead to any, clarity about what happened in Sandesh Khali. But for the purposes of an election, it's about also the perception. Perceptionally, the West Bengal government is on the back foot. It's looking defensive now.
No, it's the perception that the BJP worker is trying to create. See, you and I cannot stop any BJP worker from approaching the court. As long as they have a petition, court will hear them and court will pass an order. Whatever court feels good, we are all bound by it. The investigation is continuing. Whatever is the outcome, law will take its own course. It is not within the purview of the state government now. All the police officers are reporting to the Election Commission. The model code of conduct is effective now. Now, if anyone wants to discuss on the basis of the court order passed today, they are free to discuss that. And similarly, I am also free to remind the people of Bengal and remind the central agencies that it was the CRPF officers who killed 4 innocent voters standing on the queue on the fourth phase in Sitalkuchi, Kuch Bihar. They were killed for no reason. And the family is grieving.
Priyanka, I'll come to you. Let him finish.
Today, the family is grieving there, and the martyrs, and there's a vigil being carried out in the evening. Also, I am free to remind everyone what is happening on NIA allegation by the Trinamool that NIA officer Dhanram Singh had a backdoor meeting with Jitendra Tiwari, a BJP leader. Is there a consist? Is there a nexus between them?
Basically anything but take the question on, Tauseef.
Investigated. It has to be investigated. No, the agencies cannot act like a tool of any party.
Priyanka,
which is what
Sandesh Khali has been compared, the BJP says Sandesh Khali is going to be a, ultimately it's in the courts right now. We'll have to see where the investigation goes. There's a big election ahead. So the last couple of minutes I want to ask you is, does the BJP believe that Sandesh Khali is going to be a big signal moment? Yes, I know you're going to say that this has nothing to do with elections or politics. It's a big issue, but there is a big election coming. We are talking about voters. We are talking about Nari Shakti and Nari Samman, etc.
Well, Shiv, in this case, I would just like to tell you that I am the advocate of the victims and I am representing them. So now the bigger question is that my friend Tauseef sitting here is also an advocate, but he felt no pain for the women or the victims. Nobody had stopped him. He could have gone to the court of law, but you see, they very well knew that something is wrong on the ground. That is why no objections were raised, no voices, they came up in the court. And now also they are on a denial state that nothing has absolutely happened. Now, again, I will tell you, he just mentioned that, some BJP worker goes and some petition is taken and some petition is heard. Let me remind him once again, and he should be in the court more often, that this was a matter suo motu taken up by the Chief Justice. The Chief Justice felt that there is a need that this matter should be taken up. Not just that, 700 complaints are now going to the CBI with a list of names of people who have told people on the ground that we will behead you and play football with your head. So don't you think that these women who have been raped constantly, these people who have been tortured, their sons murdered, and they say, Ma, Mati, Manush, don't you think that this will have an impact? Now he's trying to scare the voters. Now just let me finish this. He's trying to scare the voters by reminding them of Sitalkuchi. I will also remind you that people killed in Sitalkuchi was because of Mamata Banerjee. She told them that, get violent.
Sitalkuchi was a turning point for BJP.
She said, go and attack the NIA.
It started BJP's downfall.
I'm out of time.
It is Mamata Banerjee.
Priyanka and Tauseef, I'm out of time. I'm out of time. Okay, I'm out of time, but yeah, the strong points are noted. This is obviously going to become a bigger talking point going forward. The Trinamool believes it's a closed chapter as far as the politics of it is concerned. What the CBI finally finds out, as Jayanta Das said, we'll have to see. That investigation continues, but we have a big election coming up and we'll have to see whether Sandesh Khali truly resonates in the minds of voters. Thank you to all of my guests for joining me here on the second debate on Newstrack.